Y'all better tighten up.
What's up, guys? John here, Titan Talk Tuesday. Or, excuse me. John here, Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew.
Big Drew, it's Friday, Titan Lifestyle Friday. It's been a busy day. You can see this man's head over heels with everything going on over here. But it's been a great day. Titan Medical is still going strong. We're still servicing all 50 states.
Yep.
And we got great topics today, so what's going on?
Oh, yeah. So we got a lot of good things going on. So if you guys haven't heard about the WWE, they were declared essential here in Florida. We're going to talk about that situation because it changed actually the next day. Not the essential portion, but some of the other things going on with the WWE. Curfews. So curfews came in place in some of the parts of the country. We know everybody's on this isolation, corona, situation where they're stuck in their houses and they got different restrictions. We'll talk about some of that stuff. Summer ready. Summer's still going to be here for most states, okay? So you're still going to be able to go to the beach and the pool, and people are still going to see you. So we're going to talk about some of the different packages we're going to offer here, some of the special discounts that Big Drew want to bring forth. I want to bring forth to you guys so you guys can take advantage of those.
Always good when you have discounts, especially during these hard times, guys. So we acknowledge that. So we put some stuff together to give you guys a better deal during these hard times.
Absolutely.
And all these craziness going on.
Absolutely. So Iron Bay Classic is still on. That's in September. Yeah. Hopefully everything will be good by then. And, because that's another topic in itself, man. Competing and social distancing and all that. So I guess we'll have to get into that, too. Yeah. We'll talk about that a little bit. The Titan Coronis Stimulus Package Giveaway. So you see in the government, man, their stimulus package, it's already, all, exhausted. We're not exhausted here at Titan. So I want to make sure that you guys are going to get some different things. So I put together 3 different packages for them, Drew. The first package is either a Titan V-neck, right, with a Purell hand sanitizer. So an official name brand hand sanitizer you guys will get for free. The second one's probably the biggest one. They get a free appointment with the medical provider, consultation. And get a free immune booster package. So vitamin C, zinc chloride, nectar of the gods, a free bottle, a free therapy with a free visit. So it's 100% free.
Free bottle.
Free 30-shot therapy package.
I thought you meant a free shot. That's big.
So you guys will get a free 30-shot therapy package along with a free consultation, which nobody can beat out there. It's 100% free to you guys. Yeah. The next one, we're going to give away a Titan Ultimate Health Bible, the book that we wrote, and then a free Titan fitness program for 12 weeks.
Yeah, basically like an in-home, you basically have your own personal trainer.
Personal trainer, diet,
eat. It's going to tell you
when
to train, how to train.
Yep.
And it switches up all the time too, which is always good.
Yep.
It's not just like a cookie cutter sheet we give you and just to follow by.
Right.
It's going to continuously change, and the workouts change, the food changes, just like you need to change all the time. You got to switch up the body, so change the routines.
Absolutely.
Customize just for you guys.
Absolutely. All right, so one discount special you guys should take advantage of before we get into this. Yes, Paul, we do have hand sanitizer back in stock from the pharmacy. You want to show them that bottle, Drew? Yeah. So you guys will get pharmaceutical-grade hand sanitizer.
There it is.
Let's show all these guys out here.
Show all you guys.
All right, so when you guys are ready, you guys can get some hand sanitizer. We're not price gouging for it at all. It's $10 for that big bottle.
This thing is huge.
So
this is like,
you guys will
last.
It's really good stuff. You guys will like it a lot. So that's one thing we're doing. But the first discount that I would have all you guys take advantage of is the blood test package. So a full panel for a male is only $130 right now. It's usually $200. And you guys can buy this and use this now. You can buy it and use it when this situation's over. So if you're under restriction or you're scared to go to the labs or whatever it is, you guys can utilize this then. And you guys will have that price now. So it's a benefit. Females, it's $200 instead of $300. There's more blood tests on there. That's why it's a little bit more expensive. And we might hook you up. You might get something else on a bonus on top of that. Maybe a shirt, maybe some leggings. Who knows? Okay,
but now is definitely the time, guys, with the blood work and all the stuff going on. all the different diseases and virus and stuff going on. You guys don't know where you're at. Now's the time to get in check, so that way when everything goes back to quote unquote the new normal, you'll know where you're at. You'll know you'll be healthy. You'll be able to continue living the new lifestyle they're going to be thrown at us.
Absolutely. So even in that blood test, I mean, now it's going to cover your hormones like free and total testosterone, estradiol or total estrogens for females, progesterone, IGF-1, which is insulin growth factor 1. It's going to cover a lot of those different things, but it's also going to have a CMP in it, which is your liver, your kidneys, electrolytes. It's also going to have a CBC in it, so complete blood cell count. Now, this is really cool, especially during this time. It will have a white blood cell count, a red blood cell count, a hemoglobin, hematocrit, but pay attention to the white blood cell count. So if you have an infection in the body, what happens is when they run these blood tests on you, your primary care or a hospital, they're going to look at that specifically. If your white blood cell count is high, that means your body is reacting to a possible infection, because white blood cells are starting to grow, and white blood cells is what attacks those things. So that's an automatic thing right off the bat. So usually when a doctor gets that and they see a white blood cell count's high, that usually means infection, and usually you might need antibiotics for that. So this is a big one to pay attention to, especially if you're sick out there. Also, we have the hydroxychloroquine for patients that need it. You guys can do telemedicine visits for all of our services. We're offering primary care services too. So if you can't get with your primary care doctor, I talked to somebody the other day. Their primary care doctor is doing telemedicine, but he's only doing it 2 times a week, and it's already booked for a whole month in advance.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good at all.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good. So at that point,
bad enough with all the restrictions we got going on. Now you got another restriction trying to see your doctor. Just come to Titan, we'll take care of you.
It's crazy, guys. So all the services: hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, the blood work, all that. Plus, you guys can come in if you're local. IV bags. We have all kinds of packages for those, or you can build your own custom bag, or you could get a single shot of vitamin C, zinc chloride, amino blends, all different types of things for you guys. All right. So let's get into the first topic of the day. WWE Essential, Drew.
I don't know. I know the state needs money.
Right.
That might be the reason why they're making it essential, because they know how much money it could bring. I don't know if that's the reason. I don't see one sport being more essential than another, regardless how much money it brings in. I mean, if they're gonna include the WWE and say it's not a money issue when it is, then why wouldn't they include anything else that brings money in, like the college basketball was supposed to bring money in?
Right.
But I don't think it's essential, even though it's something that I may want to watch, people may want to watch. Like taking myself out of the the fan part of it. I don't think it should be essential.
Okay.
I mean, all it is just a bunch of people getting together. If it was a real sport, and what I mean by real sport, competitively.
Better watch out.
Hey, come on now. competitively. If it was like, track and field, the Olympics, football, where people actually competing, they win money, this and that. Well, we got people saying all
ordering,
kinds
they just ordered hand sanitizer. You're welcome, Paul.
Okay.
Paul's our truck driver. He's out on there. He's one of those heroes out in the streets right now. He's one of those drivers, man. Are trucking 70% right now on the street, like as far as pushing all our chain supplies. So everything you're getting is getting from a trucker, and those truckers are coming into contact with everybody. From the warehouse that they're getting all their stuff from the people at the stores, and they have different restrictions at different stores. So I'm sorry, I didn't.
Not good. I don't even know what I was talking about now.
WWE Essential?
WWE, that's what it is.
All right.
Yeah, WWE, I don't think it should be essential. It's more of like a, like an entertainment type thing. I mean, the people do make money. They compete in it. They work for it. So it's bad that they lose their jobs, or it's good they're getting them back. But, I mean, if they're going to bring back WWE, they have to bring back the NFL and the NBA and even college sports.
Baseball.
How are you going to take away college athletics and take away college in itself, but then say the WWE is essential? I would assume getting an education and playing sports in college to set yourself up to maybe go on to be a professional in the work field, a professional on the playing field would be much more essential than the WWE to me. Because WWE, for the most part, those people are already fully grown. They've already gone through, whether it's school or work or whatever, they make decent money. But I mean...
So here was a pretty cool spin on this. So I talked about this on Tuesday because that's when it was announced. I think it was announced on Monday, and I seen it, so I wanted to go into it. And I had kind of the same idealistics that you did about it. I can't see it. I can't see it. Right? Yeah. We have a lot of friends that are WWE wrestlers.
Exactly. Yeah, right? I do have friends too. So I mean, it's horrible.
The newest thing that came out, I don't know if you got to read about it, was after they got deemed essential, and their whole thing is they're in there's no audience there. They're taping live for, households to be able to watch for entertainment because people are running out of stuff to watch. Okay. Right. So the next day, they furloughed over, I think, and I'm not sure, I don't want to like put an exact number on it, but I think it was 500,000 employees they let go. So you're claimed essential, you got this thing rearranged, and then you furlough a lot of these different people. Now, I'm pretty sure it might have been less of employees, but they actually had, I think, $500 million in the bank. Now, think about it. The XFL was a brand new thing they said was never going to go away again. And because it's gone, bankrupt, done.
Didn't even last a year.
Didn't even go into a season, I don't think, right? Yeah. So, gone. So at that point, that was messed up. I seen the head of MLB, NBA, NFL, they all had talks with the government, especially college, too. They had talks with them, too, as well, about coming back. Audience free at first. Quarantining the athletes to the hotels, making sure that they didn't come in contact with anybody after they've been tested. And that's one thing I could see if professional sports, like let's say WWE, if they had COVID tests on every single person, they had whereabouts of wherever they went, people they came in contact with, and they had the antibody test to say if they had the antibodies to be able to be around these people. I could see that maybe deemed essential, and these people are abiding by a certain guideline and stuff like that. So this is crazy. Yeah,
the list of wrestlers released.
Yeah, so Kurt Angle, that's a big one, guys. You see a lot of these different people out there, and these guys have, they've fought through the ranks, they paid their dues, and they've done a lot of these different things, and they're up there, and to be deemed essential and then let go of people is kind of messed up. I understand from a financial or business owner aspect, I guess, if I've seen everything, but it's still kind of messed up. It's just crazy. So hopefully we'll get these sports back. We're going to talk about more of this next week about what they're having planned for these different arenas and all that, but it's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, I could see without the spectators, as long as they're giving some type of entertainment value for people at home.
Right.
But then it's gonna be like that with every sport.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad to say, but 50 years from now, the kids, if I was a 8-9-year-old boy 50 years from now, I would have no clue what it feels like to go to like a Little League game, to smell the air, to hear the bat hit the ball like it live.
Well, dude, I mean,
ride your bike to the park afterwards. You get ice cream after the game. Everybody's together. Dude. What about swimming pools? What about elevators? I mean, my building I live in, I take an elevator every day.
Yeah.
And every time I get in the elevator, it's like, there's not really that too many people.
Right.
But there's only going to be a time where there's like 4 or 5, 6 people in the elevator all at once. What if someone's soaking wet, sweaty coming from the gym, the next guy is coming from working in the hospital, and you have 4 or 5 people dealing with professions, dealing with thousands of people, all stuck in the same area, riding up and down. I mean, it's gonna be bad.
We don't know. We've been talking about it before this. We have no idea what's gonna go on. The new normalcy is coming, guys, and it's gonna be a lot different. And when you brought up these little kids, my kid's 10, right? He's a full-time athlete. He was. He had baseball, basketball, football. All going around at the exact same time. So in Florida, you get to be like that. Up north, we didn't have that luxury.
We didn't have football.
It was seasonal, you know what I'm saying? But down here in Florida, they get to play it year-round. Now, no baseball games for him at all. No basketball, no football, no nothing for him. And that sucks, because he's missing out a whole year that he's never going to get back. And, and then the next thing, my dad's 66 years old. He's got congestive heart failure, stage 4 kidney disease, hypertension, all these diabetes, all these things are high risk. Now for him to go to the game.
Yeah.
Now for him to sit there, he's got to be away from everybody, wear a mask, the whole nine. I've literally quarantined his ass down. I think he's been out 3 times this whole time. And otherwise he was helping me out. He was taking Peter to some of these games. He was doing some of the stuff. He was very, active along with, him being active, being able to go out and doing some of these exercises too, but just walking. So it's a whole different thing we're going to have to deal with, whole crazy thing. Hopefully we will get sports back here soon, especially here in Tampa Bay, man. Yeah, we're supposed to get the Super Bowl this next year. We got Brady
and Tom Brady. Come on, it's the worst year they could do it here.
God, man.
And we had the basketball, the March Madness.
Yeah.
Tom Brady comes here, and we got the Super Bowl here, and we're dealing with all this BS.
Yeah,
Hopefully it gets cleared up by if not spring training,
even for the adults out there, Paul's talking about he doesn't get to do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, so he can't even do classes and stuff like that. And they're talking. We'll talk about this next week about the gyms and stuff, because there was some other stuff I was going to mention to you earlier. Yeah. But we'll get into the gyms and stuff like that, what they got coming out with phase 1, 2, and 3 really next week, and talk to you guys about it. That way you guys can get your comments in, and maybe we can go back and forth with you guys, see how you guys really think about it. Yo, love Titan. Thank you, Dwayne Day. We appreciate you too. Andre Yeppies, Craig Broski. What's up, fam? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on in New Jersey, Craig? I heard it's up there is one of the hardest hit states.
Yes. Dwayne, all you got to do is text the line. You'll get a 2XL shirt. If you're a patient, you guys text the line, call or text it. I'll get you guys out a shirt. Dr. Cruz in the house. We're talking to Victor Cruz. He was down in North Dakota, and luckily that state's not doing too bad right now, but he was on the front lines of that stuff. Thank you, Titan Medical Center. Appreciate you too, Aaliyah. Thank you. They can pay the stockholders. That's why they let the wrestlers go. Yeah, I know. That's messed up, man. It's really messed up. Caitlin Bush, Rafael Garcia, what's up, guys? Nice to see you. So, what's up from New York? Hercules World, how you doing, man? I know you guys are hit hard up there. Peter, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I know you're on the front lines up there in New York, still working every day. I see your posts. Awesome what you're doing out there, man. So, let's talk about that next. Curfew and masks. What's next?
Yeah.
Right? So, most of the states are claiming mandatory masks, like New York and stuff like that. Florida was going to do it mandatory, and now they said it's optional. CDC, I said, if you're an essential worker, it's mandatory. I think it's optional for people outside right now. They're not really clear on that. You guys should probably be wearing masks. I'm just letting you know. TT, call or text the line. If you're a patient, you'll get a free one. If not, we'll send you out one pretty cheap, all right?
What I don't understand about the mask is they're trying to make the mask mandatory. You have to wear the mask, but then it also says that if you can't afford a quality or an official mask, you can make your own.
Yeah.
Now,
do you see the Surgeon General's commercial?
Yeah. First,
15 seconds with a T-shirt and some bands.
I mean, first they say you have to have this mask. Now they're saying any mask will work, but then they say wrapping a T-shirt, just a regular cloth, won't protect you from it.
Right.
So it's almost like they want to create more fear, because if only 80% of the masks that people are wearing aren't even real masks, it's just like for the look and it's not protecting you from the disease or virus, then what's the point of it? It's to create fear, having everybody walking around like this, looking even more crazy. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna create more fear, because I don't know if you guys are like me, but if you see someone with a mask walking over near you, you get a little like this now.
Right.
So what's it going to be like? Everyone has a mask. Now it's like...
It's going to be the normalcy.
It's going to be the normalcy, but I think the only thing I can see why they might do is because it's going to create social distancing without you having to say anything.
Right. It does, consciously, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
You'll be more conscious, maybe hygienic, being close to people.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk right up to a guy with a mask on and stand as close to him as I am with you.
Right.
So they probably thought, okay, everyone's wearing masks. People are going to be... Just like what you said, you'll be more so...
Yeah, you'll be more conscious about it. The big thing was the CDC told us originally, and the WHO was the World Health Organization, that masks were not going to do any good. And we went on weeks beforehand, and I told everybody that there's scientific facts out there. There's scientific facts that state masks do help. So at that point, they've rolled all that back, and that was probably because they wanted the medical professionals to have all these masks. But at that point, listen, guys, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they're going to probably do more mandatory stuff for us. Gloves, who knows? I mean, it's
I want to know what the next big, treatment or whatever is, because first they say, the hydroxychloroquine is not working, don't take it. It's not FDA approved, and now they're saying it's approved. First they say the masks aren't going to work. Now they're saying, then they were saying they're going to work, and then now they're saying, make your own.
Yeah.
What's the next big thing is going to be?
I don't know,
so now we have gloves, mask, and sanitizer, and distancing.
Yeah.
There's got to be one more major change, and I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like when that happens, it's really going to set people off.
Yeah.
Like really, really.
Absolutely, man. Team Titan, thank you. Appreciate it out there, Peter. And Hercules World works for the New York Sanitation. Thank God for you, because you are essential, man. And I would definitely wear a mask, because obviously you're coming in contact with a lot more people as far as that goes, and a lot more things. So, I definitely wear that mask, wear gloves, man. Make sure you're protected out there as much as possible. Even eyewear, man. So that's crazy. So Tampa tried to do this. So the state is all jumbled up here in Florida. If you guys aren't from here, you guys don't know. Certain parts of Florida, we don't care.
All you guys see is the palm trees and the nice weather.
That's it. That's all you guys see. But, all counties are being governed differently, okay? So obviously our hot spot here in Florida is down south. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, those are the big spots. Around where we live, Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, Pasco County, it's not too bad. I think Pinellas has the most cases out of all three counties. But, at that point, they're fighting about when the beaches are going to open. Yeah. They're fighting about when public pools are going to be open, because they tried to open public pools yesterday, actually. They voted on it, and they said no, but they're probably going to reevaluate in another week. So with that...
I'm not sure if the beaches is going to go through, because if you think about people that aren't from Florida or aren't familiar with the area, Pinellas County, that's where all the beaches are at. That's where Clearwater, that's where St. Pete, India. They're all over the bridge on that side. There's no beaches in actual Tampa, the city of Tampa.
Yeah.
It's about 20, 15 minutes. You have to drive over the bridge.
Yep.
But it's Tampa Bay, so for people that aren't from Florida, when you hear Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
that's just a surrounding area. But when you hear Tampa as a city, there's no beaches here. Like he said, there's more cases in Pinellas
Yep.
where the beaches are at.
Yep.
So I'm surprised that they don't recognize that and keep the beaches closed.
Yeah, well, they do have the
There's
beaches
so many
closed
more
still.
people in this county than over here.
You know, I was talking about Tuesday. You know, New Jersey. You brought it up. You know, New Jersey's messed up. So they had the governor on there. I seen him on an interview, and one guy got arrested in New Jersey for sitting on the beach by himself.
Yeah, I saw that one guy.
That's
Some
messed
chasing
up.
him down.
Yeah.
The chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another guy got arrested in front of his daughter in Colorado for playing catch with her softball just then.
Yes,
Right in front of his daughter. Former law enforcement. They had to write an apology to the guy and the whole nine. So
Where was he when this happened? Was he near his house? Was he?
I don't know. He was. It
I
didn't.
mean, it doesn't matter. But
He was in an abandoned park with his daughter playing softball.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like catch. So at that point, it's kind of messed up.
I heard there haven't been any arrests though in this area. They said in the past 3 weeks they haven't made no arrests. They're giving out tickets, and stuff like that. But unless you have like something crazy going on or any felonies or warrants,
Florida, they're not really messing with us.
unless you cause another problem. Once they stop you, if you're getting loud, then they might have to detain you. But I mean, they're, for the most part, I have a couple of friends that are law enforcement, and from the stuff that I've read, from what they've told me, they haven't made any arrests.
They've been really
but they're
cool.
not afraid to write you a ticket if
Of
they
course
have
not.
to.
Right.
So I mean,
they're looking for people that are just being idiots out there, and there's people that are being idiots. Most of us are abiding by the rules and doing what we should. So that's really what's at.
for like a little kid though, I'd like look at the clock before they changed the curfew back.
Yeah.
The other night I was working out. You know.
Yeah.
Don't ask where, but I was working out. The other night,
At home.
at home. I was working out at home, and the other night I was on my way home, and like I was looking at the clock. It was like 8:49. We'd be home by 9. I feel like a little kid. Like I haven't had a curfew. Like I was like rushing and like looking all around. It was weird. It was a weird feeling.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You know, when that curfew went into place, I'm like, oh, this is, you know, it really didn't stop too many people. I'm just being honest with you out here. I mean, I didn't see a lot of people on the streets, and I was on the street after 9, but I seen like traffic cams and stuff like that, and it didn't look like people were slowing down too much. I guess there was a little bit of slowing down, but
and the tolls. What's good about too is the tolls are open now.
Yeah, so that was good.
The toll. They're not charging for tolls.
Yeah.
And there's no traffic, so if you guys do have to try traveling where it's like you have an open road.
The good thing about it is auto accidents are down.
Yeah.
You know, auto accidents and auto deaths. So I guess that's a benefit of what's going on.
Heart attacks are down, but that could be because they're not.
People are scared to even go in the emergency room. So I've talked to a lot of practitioners who have talked to patients. One patient had a heart attack at home, came in 1 or 2 days later, and they asked him why he didn't come in. He's afraid to catch COVID-19 in the emergency room because he was having a heart attack. Yeah, the guy was like, "You're lucky you survived." Okay,
completely understand.
So if it's something like that, guys, go to the emergency rooms. Here's a fact: a lot of the emergency rooms, and I'm talking to all you medical professionals out there because I've talked to a lot of medical professionals in different states. Most of you guys are getting laid off. Okay? And because elective surgeries are not allowed. Her janitors are getting laid off, doctors are getting laid off, nurses are getting laid off. Unless you're in a hot spot, the emergency rooms are open. Okay? And they actually have COVID people on the outside that are they're doing pre-entering like basically just scanning you to make sure that you don't have COVID before you even go into the emergency room or into an MRI place. I went and got an MRI last week for my slap tear, and I didn't know I had it until I had the MRI. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's a superior labral tear, anterior to posterior. That's what it means. I got scanned by a temperature. I had to get asked all the questions. Have I traveled? Have I traveled to any states? You know, all that. That's one big thing I do worry about Florida. Was when New York became the hotspot, Florida was still open. People were flying down from New York to Florida because there's a lot of snowbirds that come down here. There's a lot of people that see it in. Now, if they do see our beaches open and everything's fine and dandy, that's the only thing, and we'll talk about it next week, is the rolling thing about opening up the country. But it's definitely something we got to think about, you know, people coming in from these different hot spots and possibly infecting the area. All right, so...
comments from Dwayne Day. One is horrible in New Jersey, and he just received nectar for God.
Oh, yeah, so at least you're protected in Jersey. You know, hopefully you guys get through that. I'm sorry. What up, Telma? I ain't seen Telma forever. That's another Indiana girl, Midwest the best. So, so let's get on to our next topic here. Summer ready. Oh, no, we'll be saving fall orders. So, guys, we're not telling you to not follow your orders in your state by your governor. Guys, follow the orders. Don't get in trouble.
Yeah. Whether you like them or not, I hate them.
Yep.
I absolutely hate them, but I still follow them. Yep. When they had the curfew, I was still home at 9. Yep. I still try to keep my distance.
Now, guys, if it's getting too crazy in your state, and AKA Michigan is getting really crazy, okay? If you guys have looked at some of the restrictions there, it's one of the hardest restricted states there is. And people are starting to protest. And they're starting to protest because some of their rights are getting trampled on, okay? Their Bill of Rights. It's something you're born with in this country. It's not a privilege like a driver's license where they can take it away from you. Whether you're in jail, not in jail, these Bill of Rights are given to you because you're a United States citizen. They can't take away these rights, guys. And they start taking away these rights, and they start taking them away, it's going to be harder to get them back. So just remember that. Be conscious of it, okay? Hey, do you have anything with collagens for my wife? Of course, TT. We have definitely some collagen boosting therapies for your wife. Proline is an amino acid that's collagen based. It helps with that. There's a couple other ones that will help too as well. All right. Summer ready.
Yes, summer ready. You guys want to get ready for the summer. Now is the time. I know the gyms are closed. I know it's hard to stay in shape, but now diet, and especially with taking your therapies as directed, is very, very important, because if you can't go to the gym and push that crazy amount of weight, if you can't run on the stair machine or the treadmill and do all this stuff, you have to make it work with broomsticks or dumbbells or whatever at your house, or bands. It's very important that you take your therapies and diet well, or eat well. I shouldn't say diet. People get scared of that word. Yeah. Now, for me, my summer combo is I'm going to go with ECA Stack Plus. Yep. The reason why I like that, it gives me energy, keeps my blood thin, helps my blood pressure stay low, keeps me vascular, and helps burn fat like crazy. Yep. So that's the first thing. Next thing I'm going to do is I'll probably take the fat burning cream. We have fat burning cream here, guys. It's topical. You rub it on. It'll tighten up the area wherever you put it. Yep. Bags underneath your eyes, it'll work with that too. Absolutely. Wrinkles in your neck. Older ladies or older guys have wrinkles in your neck. It'll work with that too. But I'm going to use it for my
abdomen?
For my obliques and my lower back.
Gotcha.
Just tighten it up a little bit with that. And the last thing I'm going to do with that is I'm also going to take some of the, probably Hercules Potion. Always take Hercules Potion. But yeah, the ECA Plus and the fat burning cream. Anybody who's out there that wants to lose weight, who wants to be shredded, who doesn't have the money to afford some of the higher end stuff that we have. I've had a lot of people asking about Hercules Potion. Yep. Titan Complete, or actually Super Titan, work just like Hercules Potion. Yep. Has two less ingredients, but it works similar. It'll still give you the pump. Oh, it's 4 less ingredients. But it'll still give you the pump. Still works the same. Yep. So, I mean, if you guys are looking for the Hercules type pump, but you need something good, go with the Super Titan. But again, I'm going with ECA Plus and the Titan Fat Burning Cream. I'm trying to get my waist even smaller. I don't know if you guys noticed my last couple of videos or my last couple of times showing my body off. My waist was real tight. Yep. I want to keep my waist even tighter, my upper body even bigger. I want to look like an action figure. So that's what it is. I don't care what it takes to get in shape. That's it. I don't care if the gyms are shut down. I don't care what I have to do. That's what I'm going to have to do. Yep. I'm going to be shredded. You guys will see me this summer at the Titan events looking shredded. And I'm going to try to get my waist as small as John. Oh, man. I want to be 100 pounds bigger with a waist the same size as John.
You look like Rodney. Rodney's like there. He's crazy. Yeah, he's trying to get his level, man.
Yeah, he's a freak.
But yeah, so that's another thing. You know, it's a good thing you brought that up. Obviously, we're going to release a special program packaging for summer packages. And Drew, I'm going to let release that along with us on Monday. So you guys will see the special pricing. So stay tuned to that. We'll have those packages and pricing out for you guys and a couple different options for you guys. But here's another thing when he's just talking about diet. So right now, if you're really worried about your midsection, okay, and a lot of people, that's their main concern problem. Females, legs, thighs, butt, and then your abdomen. Usually guys, you know, if they have an abdomen, they want abs or whatever it is. Diet is going to be your main thing, okay? Your nutrition, what you're eating per day, not just your diet, but what you're eating per day, right? And I know it's hard because you're sitting home all day and that's all there is to do. You can work out, you can eat, you can watch some TV, you know, so it's really hard to stay active and not stay away from that. But what you're eating per day and then doing the right exercises, okay? So if you're working on your stomach, and that's the best thing about abs, you can work out your abs and calves every day.
I do work calves every day.
Every day you can work them out. Now, some muscles you need to have rest, like, you know, your pecs, your chest, your quads. You know, those bigger muscles that you work out, they need time to repair themselves, heal, and grow back bigger. But your abs are one thing that you can work out every day. So I would be working them out every day. And if you're watching TV, inside the commercials, you got 30 seconds to a minute. Do it during that time. Every time there's a commercial's on, do it. Do it all day if you can. And if you can do it, I mean, I'm telling you, you guys will get the results. You know, people ask me, and I'm sure they ask Drew all the time, how do I get to look like you?
Yeah.
You know, well, listen, it didn't come overnight. Even my son, I've been training him inside the house every day. He's like, well, you can do that because you have muscles, right? Well, I wasn't born with them. I told my son, I'm like, you got better genetics than I was. You're a hell of a lot bigger than I was at 10 years old, right?
Tall.
You've got all this. You've got all this natural gifts, man, but you don't want to put in the work to get it. So, I mean, you're going to have to put in the work. So that's one thing I could say about this little lockdown thing. It's actually given me more time with my son, which I cherish. And being able for me to train him is awesome because I'm not letting him get off, man.
Yeah.
You know, he was telling me the other night we were doing bench and like we got a bench with a Smith machine, and he can only do the bar, right? But I've got like the metal bars on the side so it won't come down and hit him or anything. So it'll stop.
Safeties.
So I have it on him and he's like, ugh, and like I have the bar based on his chest setting and he's got to push up and then lock it in.
Yeah.
Push down and
just
lock it in.
Just get used to
right?
the movement, yeah.
Just get used to the movement, get used to the weight and stuff like that where, you know, and he starts saying, oh, my arm's hurting me, I go, all right. He starts getting up. He starts trying to do like pull-ups. I'm like, oh, you thought your arms were hurting? Get your ass down on that bench. We're going to put through these workouts. It's not supposed to be easy, guys. If it was easy, everybody would have it. You got to work and train. You're going to go through burning. Your muscles are going to hurt. I mean, this is what it is.
Yeah, some of the best athletes have had the hardest times training, the hardest hardships growing up or training in the earlier years. So it's just pushing in that time.
Push, man.
I know people that have a lot of money and they have the ability to train anywhere they want, eat whatever they want, this and that.
Right.
If it was that easy, they would all look in great shape.
Yeah.
You have to have the mental.
Yeah.
You know, you look at people like Kai Green. He was one of the best bodybuilders in the world. And a few years ago, he didn't have all these spawns. He was walking around every day in a little tiny apartment the size of his room, cooking his meals, doing whatever he has to do.
Yep.
That is what it's going to take to get your body right, not you know, the brand new gym equipment and the brand new membership and the brand new workout clothes. Because, I mean, you got to get your mind right first. And now is the time to do it. You have all the time to sit around and think. Get your mind right now. Not just your body, not just your finance. Get your mind right now, and everything else will fall in place.
Telling you guys, stay motivated. Get your mind in it. Put that heart in there, man. And at that point, just want to do it. Once you get in that routine, it's going to be easier to get into.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they don't want to start, you know, and that's the big thing. Oh, I'll start next week. I'll start next Monday. I'll start this. I'll start this. You know, I'll wait for New Year's resolutions, whatever it is. Don't wait, man. Start getting the routine. Do a little bit if that's all you can do in the beginning and work yourself up. You're not going to be able to get down the first time and do 100 push-ups if you've never done push-ups before.
Hey, don't keep bad food in your house, especially at this time. Just like what he's saying, it's hard to fight temptation having food in your house. Yeah. People eat a lot off of boredom. So if you're home all day, you're bored, you start to eat. I'm a fan of not keeping bad food in the house even before this quarantine thing started.
Yep.
So now's a good time, guys. I don't trust myself.
Yeah.
If I bring a pack of Oreos into the house, it's going to be gone
It's gonna be in
one sitting, and then it's going to trigger my mind to want to do that every single night.
Absolutely.
So what you do is I eat as much food as I possibly can, eat sweets before I go grocery shopping. A lot of people eat before they go shop, but they don't eat sweets.
Yep.
If you guys eat sweets right before you go grocery shopping, like a lot of them,
yep,
you're going to see them and be like, I don't want that. So later on when you have the craving, it's not going to be there. Like find a way to trick your body into not fighting, not giving in to temptation. Keep your house, clean food, and you have no options but eat clean. You can't go anywhere.
That's right.
If you have a curfew in your state, you can't go anyway. So if it's not in your house, it's easy.
And it'll be hard to get shipped or Instacart because they're backed up for days, right? So you won't be able to get it in an hour like most of them had before this. So
I didn't even know they were backed up. Damn.
Yeah, man, I backed up for a day or two. I seen in France, Amazon said they will not service France anymore. The reason was because France is on an extended lockdown now. So they told Amazon that you are not to deliver any non-essential items to the house. So Amazon said, listen, we cannot do that. So we're not going to service your country. So France, they fined them $1.3 million, I believe, somewhere 1.1, 1.3. Yeah.
That's nothing.
Well, they said they're like, no problem, we'll pay the fine.
He probably had cash in his pocket the day they told
him.
He
did. Benzo, he wasn't stupid, man. So at that point, logistically, it's hard for them to do stuff like that. Yeah. So that was just another thing. But, this is the time for you guys to really get in shape. Keep yourself accountable. Do pictures of yourself every week. You don't got to show them to anybody. You'll have them for yourself. Yeah. And you can see, where you've come, where you've gone. Make sure if you can measure yourself or do measurements, with your partner or whatever it is, your wife, your sister, your whoever's in your household, try to do that. Just keep your yourself accountable, guys. Don't let yourself go.
And be thankful too for what you do have now. Like everybody's going through something. A lot of times,
for real,
whether you go to work or school, you see one person in the back. They're quiet. You could tell they're going through something. They don't tell you, so it's kind of you feel bad. Or a lot of times you may go through something yourself, and everyone else seems like they're doing okay, but you're not. So you feel bad for yourself. Don't feel bad for yourself. We're all going through this stuff.
Right.
There's plenty of people that don't have food at all.
Right.
Like at all. Like not just, I can't do Uber Eats tonight. I don't eat what I have. Like there's plenty of people that don't have food at all.
Right.
There's plenty of people that have no lights. There's plenty of people that have no money in the bank, no money in their pockets, and then they have all these bills coming in.
They can't even go out and work.
Yeah, you can't even go out to apply for jobs or anything like that. So, I mean, look at the people that have jobs now. If you don't have a job, look at the people that have jobs now, and that may be something you want to go towards for job security in the future.
I'll tell you what, guys. Listen, here in the state of Florida, and like I've got good friends in Las Vegas, which is all entertainment, casinos, strip clubs, nightclubs. Those guys are all out of work, right? Some of those guys have thought about different things to try to make money. You know, here it's a lot of service industry as well. You know, we live on tourism here in the state of Florida. A lot of places do, right? So all these places are closed down, or the occupancy of the restaurants, they can only do so many people in house that are doing, takeout, dine on takeout, whatever it is. You know, at that point, look into some different opportunities. There are some different opportunities out there for you guys. I know nobody wants to drive for Uber, but hey, listen, that's a way you guys could probably make some money on the side. You guys could probably apply to, here in Florida, the Publix, and they're not going to pay a whole bunch of money, but at least it's a job for you guys if you guys do want a job and doing that stuff. Look for some of the different avenues that you've never done before, and listen, during this hard time, suck it up and, go back to work, I guess, if you can do something like that.
Not only that, too, it's not just about having having more finances. It's about, like, peace of mind.
Right.
If you're in the house all day long and you're pissed off because you're only getting, your unemployment check, which isn't what it used to be, and you're used to getting all this stuff, and a lot of people are financing things that they can't finance because when they had the money when they bought it, now they don't have the money to even to take care of it. So it's crazy. Just do what you can, and
God bless you guys if you guys are in states that you guys are getting unemployment money. Only I think it was like 8% of Floridians have got unemployment out of 800,000. Okay, we've got 22 million people on unemployment right now.
It'll be much better to go to a job that you don't really like that much, to get out of the house and just for your peace of mind, get away from whether it's the kids, whether it's the husband, the wife, get out of the house for a little bit and make money, as opposed to just sitting there getting pissed off waiting on this stingy check to come.
And don't be like this, guys. One business owner I talked to today said, listen, John, it was kind of crazy because I actually reached out. I needed some people for help. He reached out to this female, and the female's like, how much are you paying? Because she's unemployed. Guy told her, I think he told her like 14 or 15 bucks or something like that. She said, I'm going to get more from unemployment. I'll stay in unemployment.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Listen, you're going to get some people out there that do that and stuff like that suck up the system. But you guys can get back to it. It will help a peace of mind. That's a big thing that's right now. So domestic abuse, child abuse is all on the rise in every state. Yeah. This is not something that's fake, okay? So we got to watch out for that.
Some disturbing videos.
Some very disturbing videos.
On Facebook.
Okay? I see kids get beat on Facebook on a live. Like what the hell is going on? It's crazy stuff. So if you can get out of the house, maybe that will relieve some of the stress for you guys doing this. Get in the routine for mental health, because mental health is just as important as physical health. People are getting depressed because they don't have work. They don't know where their food's going to come from. They don't have no more money. How am I going to take care of my family? All this stuff is very, very serious. And some people, they just want to get out of the house. Like they're trapped. They're isolated. They don't have a family. They don't have a wife. They don't have a girlfriend. I really feel bad for you single guys out there.
Yeah, I was talking to my on the phone about that.
No more booty calls coming over, man.
Yeah, you guys,
man. I hope you guys had your black book in mind, dude. Because it's a situation out there.
Unless you have something deep in your Gmail that you can find from years ago.
You ain't got to worry about just STDs. You better say, hey, listen, do you have the COVID testing? Were you negative or positive? Do you have the immunity testing? Let me prick your finger right now just to make sure. It's a whole new, like I said, it's a whole new world.
Hey, make it fun. Get crazy with the masks on.
There you go.
Like
there you go.
Keep the mask on.
Say you'll supply them with an N95 mask and gloves if they come over. And buy a bottle of hand sanitizer before we give it away.
Have a travel kit. Have a Titan bag at the front door. As soon as they come in, they get their gloves, they get their sanitizer, they get their bag.
Yeah. So, you guys got to do that. So, it's a big, big thing. A lot of things changing. So, just mental health, just make sure if you guys need to call and talk to somebody, there's plenty of hotlines out there. there for you guys to reach out to. They'll definitely be able to talk to you guys if you guys need it. If you guys know somebody that's down, give them a text or a call. Give them a FaceTime. And we can all FaceTime people. I've been trying to do that more than ever, especially family or friends and stuff like that around the country, just to see how they're doing, see their face, kind of cheer them up. They cheer me up the exact same way. So if you guys can do that, do that. You have more time than ever on your hands.
Yeah.
Use it wisely. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's nuts. Definitely the stuff that we're going through and the stuff that's going to change forever.
Yeah, and people too, even DJs. I see a lot of DJs doing online stuff now. Or
gotta get creative.
Everything's online. Everything's FaceTime. Everything. I don't know.
Gotta get creative, man. I mean, this is the way of the future. So at that point, you guys gotta watch out and do that stuff.
Just imagine if this were to happen and we didn't have any internet or social media. I mean, just imagine if this was in the year 2000 or in the year 95 or something like that, where we didn't have social media to not only read about the current events of what's going on and everything, we wouldn't be able to actually see people. So we'd be just relying on hearing their voice and writing letters and stuff. So at least we could actually see people and talk to them. Well, when I was a little kid, there was no FaceTime.
There was no internet.
Yeah, there was no internet.
We had dial-up.
I had to go figure stuff out, go to the library and look something up. Yeah, it was crazy. So, I mean, at least we can see people right now. It'd be a lot worse if we couldn't have.
It is.
If they get rid of the internet, then it's gonna be complete.
I seen Frontier here file for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
It's one of the major internet providers in the state of Florida. We have Spectrum, and we have Frontier in this area. Frontier, they just claimed bankruptcy. I don't know why. I didn't get to look into why they did, but they did, which is crazy. Maybe people aren't paying the bills. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think I've ever had Frontier. I don't think I do.
We've got Frontier in the office right now. Obviously, the internet's working pretty good still, so hopefully everything's going to be good at that point. But different things are going on out there, and things are changing, man. Some for the good and a lot for the bad, and things are going to be different when we open up the country all the way.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that day when I walking into the Titan office and I look to my right and the cruise ships are gone. That's when I know. Yeah. That's when I know things are getting back to normal. So if you guys don't know, the office is in downtown Tampa on Channel Side, right next to where all the cruise ships are. The cruise ships. Well, it's not right next, but you can see them because they're so big. Yeah. You can see them; they're so big. So every day I'm driving by, I'm coming in here. I look up and see the cruise ships. It's like, man, it's still going on. It's still going on. I'm just waiting for the day I wake up. Like, remember in Good Will Hunting? Yep. Where he says he's waiting for he's beeping on the horn, and he's waiting for him to not come out. Yep. I'm waiting to step out and wait for those cruise ships to be gone. When I know we're heading in the right direction. But,
we're definitely heading in the right direction. That's definitely good. TV shows, if you guys are watching anything good out there, let us know what it is.
Oh, what you got? I don't mean to cut him off.
No, for sure. What you got?
That show you told me to watch.
Which one?
How to make a...
how to
fix a drug
scandal.
I could not stop. I watched the whole thing as soon as that thing was good. Real good.
Really good one.
I can't believe how unmonitored, I won't give it away, but guys, watch How to Fix a Drug
Nuts, guys.
I thought it was over, and then it kept going. I thought it was over, then it kept going. It was good.
They let out 22,000 inmates because of that, okay? And right now, that's another thing that's going on in our country. They're letting inmates out. They're letting a lot of inmates out.
Did you hear what happened? They let the guy out, and
he killed somebody
the next day in Hillsborough County. Right here.
And that's kind of messed up because here they've arrested some of these people. Like in North Carolina, they protested. They didn't have no guns. They didn't do anything like that. They dispersed the protest because they said it's not essential. Protesting is not essential, which is another right that you are given in this country. And they actually arrested some lady. So they're taking some lady into jail, and they're letting inmates out that have committed crimes, like serious crimes. We're not talking about protesting. You know? So, I mean, they're like in California, they're letting thousands of people out. Thousands. In the state of Florida, they let, I think it's like 1,000 people altogether, and they've been letting more and more out. And they're going to keep letting people out because of the spread thing. We'll see how long that goes on for.
But what determines who gets out and who doesn't get out? That's going to cause more problems within the jail because, say if I'm with you, and me and you have been locked up, and then all of a sudden, me and you have the same crime, same history, same record. All of a sudden, you get let out, but I don't get let out.
Right.
I'm either going to try to get out, through legally, or I'm gonna just go crazy in jail, which is gonna cause more of a problem. So pretty much every single inmate right now, I'm assuming, is writing letters and trying to get out.
I'm sure. I mean, but here's another thing: all the courts are pretty much closed down. They're closed till June. They've been delaying everything. They've delayed everything.
I didn't realize.
So whether you have a traffic citation or something like that, it's delayed out. If you've been committed of a crime, right now they're not holding court for those crimes. It's all delayed out. So that's another thing. It's just crazy some of the stuff that's going on and what we're going to be able to do and what we can't do and how they're going to even bring stuff back.
I didn't know they stopped the courts. I mean, I realized that the courthouse isn't too far from here. It looks pretty dead in front, but I mean,
that's why
everything looks slow though.
DMV's closed here in the state of Florida. You can't even go get a new license plate.
So what happens if you need an ID?
Okay, so you have to do it. You can do that all online.
And they mail it to you.
And they'll mail it to you. But if let's say you get a new car, right? And you get a new car and you get the car from out of state, or not. Either way, if you get it in state, you have the title. You have to show them the title. You'd have to send in the original title to the DMV. Now you have no title in your hands. That's kind of scary for a guy that owns a car. Yeah, that's your title, man. That owns a car. Whoever gets a hold of it, exactly. So there's a lot of different things, man. So it just depends on what they're gonna do for us and how they're gonna help us out. So it's to be seen and to be known for us, guys. So we're in the same boat as you guys. So
everyone's in this together. So we
are in it together.
Whether you have everything you need or you don't have anything that you need.
Yeah.
Everyone's pretty much going through the same shutdown, quarantine.
Isolation.
What's next? Can't see family. Can't see friends.
It's
can't
crazy.
Go to the gyms.
So Craig just got his zip up, just like yours.
With this one?
Yeah, he finally got his.
But the gray one?
The gray one.
The gray one, yeah. These are my favorite zip ups.
Yeah.
I love them.
So that's really, really cool. Yeah, Atari 1995. I remember those days, the Atari days for sure. That's really, really good stuff. Before I end the show, I didn't get to talk about the therapy of the week, you guys. Thymosin alpha 1. It's a peptide. It's called TA1. This thing is already approved by the FDA as far as that goes. You guys can look it up. Zadaxin is the manufacturer, the main, like if you were to say Viagra or Cialis, that's kind of the name brand for it, right? So what it does is it creates new T cells in the body, more T cells. You have two types of T cells. You have your helper cells and you have your killer cells. Those killer cells go to eradicate bad cells in the body, viruses, infection, pathogens. They attack these when the helper cells come back to make them healthy cells again, right? So that's what it is. If you guys have any more questions about it, check out the video on social media today. I posted it. It's of our nurse practitioner, Cass Fernandez, actually going over the whole thing scientifically and in layman's terms and telling you what else it could help. So viruses, infection, cancer patients, hepatitis patients, a lot of different things. Rheumatoid arthritis, there's a lot of different things it can help out with. And it's a huge one. I take it every day. I really believe in this therapy. It's a really, really big one, especially for immune system modulation. If you're going through something tough, if you're an immune compromised person, this is great. If you want to stay healthy and you're in the Seattle area or one of these hotspot areas, I've had some people out there take this. Use it. It should work out very, very well for you guys. I'm an NYPD officer and happy to be working with you guys. Thank you, Mikey Mike, man. We appreciate you, man. And you guys got it tougher than ever. I was talking to one of our other people, Pat Russo, who's a state trooper in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And at that point, what happened to him was they went out for a domestic abuse call. And then the domestic abuse call, I guess this guy was, tuning up the wife a little bit, beating up the wife. And, they're going to take him to jail. The guy says, I have COVID-19. You ain't taking me anywhere. Oh. So there was like 3 officers out there. The sergeant looked at Pat Russo. He said, hey, you're all on that Titan stuff. You go get him. So he goes, needless to say, the guy ended up in county a couple hours later. So it's pretty funny, guys. So we appreciate you guys all tuning in. I don't know what is
I have a feeling that's going to be a big excuse people are going to use from now on, which isn't good. The Iron Bay Classic.
Oh, yeah. Iron Bay. We were talking about this a little bit before. So Iron Bay, big shout to Jose Santiago Santran. I'm actually doing my first coaching ever. And I don't take on coaching clients, guys. But this was a personal friend. Jose Santiago wanted me to coach him for this. Yeah. So I told him I'd coach him for his shows. We're on the track right now. It's kind of tough, but he's still able to work out every day. He's got his diamond point. But he's a big promoter of this. And I believe this is the 10th year anniversary for this. It's a big one for us. It's still going to go on in September. Huge.
10-year anniversary.
Huge.
Jose's being coached by John. And it's big. A Titan show.
Oh, man. It's going to be awesome. He's obviously not doing this show, but he puts on this show. Yeah. But big shout out to him he's been putting a lot of work in, and this is the one that we've supported. This will be our 3rd year in this one. So I'm really excited about it. Hopefully everything's good by September. We're ready to rock and roll. I appreciate it. I hope you guys all had a great show with us. Anything else, Drew?
That's pretty much it. Stay safe. Be healthy. Respect the guidelines. Follow the orders. We're all in this together.
Absolutely.
And the new norm is we're going to have to see Figure out what it is, I guess.
Yeah, well,
don't be paranoid.
Don't be paranoid. I'll tell you what, man, but if they're going to try to take away our rights, we have to protest in a right way, not a bad way. Right. We need to do it in a right and civilized way and let our representatives and everybody else know out there this is not right. Because that's what happened here in Tampa. So they put the curfew restriction in place.
That wasn't going to last.
3 days later, they took it back.
That wasn't going to last.
They got over 1,000 emails one day afterwards about the curfew.
Yeah, they were getting flooded with everything.
You're getting flooded, guys. So you guys have all the time in the world right now. This is the time. Make sure everything's in stance. You guys can email. Let these people know, the people that are representing us in power, that this is not right or some of these things are not right in your state. Let them know. Have all your people go involved with it, man. Right. So
yeah, because social media is good. It's good for us. It's good for us to talk to you guys about products. And, it's good for us to promote events. It's good for us to give you info about everything. But if you really want to make a difference, you actually have to knock on doors.
Yeah.
So what he means by, letting people know, it's good to post stuff on social media and this and that, but every once in a while a handwritten letter or actually going to someplace or speaking to higher power works a lot better. So when you hear him say that, that doesn't just mean post every day how much you hate the economy, how much you hate this and hate that.
That's not going to help.
But actually do what these people have done.
Write their emails directly.
Emails, yeah, exactly.
Dude, rant to them all day, every day. You got something rant? Don't put it on Facebook. Rant to them.
Exactly.
Tell them exactly what's going on, guys. Rant to them. Email instead of posting your negativity. I've seen a lot of things about PPP, and I'm sorry for a lot of small businesses out there. Listen, I'm one of those small businesses, and a lot of people did not get the funding that they deserved, right? And hopefully they'll replenish that because it got exhausted yesterday. And a lot of people didn't get approved. And I talked to a lot of people here. I think it was only 55,000 people, 55,000 businesses in the state of Florida got approved. Okay?
How many?
I mean, when I talked to SunTrust over here, they were talking about they had 150,000 applications. Yeah. That's at SunTrust. That's not at Wells Fargo, this bank, Bank of America, Citibank. Think about it. Yeah. And some big corporations got the money. Now, I've seen the reporting on Ruth Chris. This was another big one. They got $20 million. Yeah. They have over 5,000 people, right? 5,000 people. Now, the big thing was in this small business, I guess there was a loophole that restaurants and hotels were able to get this funding too as well, which was supposed to be for 500 employees and underneath. But you guys got to remember one thing. Some of these places are franchises. That franchisee is not the corporation, and they might only have 20 or 30 employees, and they got some of the funding. Now, I'm not saying that some of these big businesses shouldn't have got funding. They should not have, probably. I don't know. It's more to be looked at again, guys. Yeah. I know a lawyer here, Vincent Pazienza, Paz Law. If you guys want to check him out, he's talking about doing a class action lawsuit against the federal government. If you want your business to be incorporated into this class action lawsuit, write Vincent Pazienza at pazlaw.com. Tell him Titan Medical Center sent you. He'll put you on that list, and hopefully, man, he'll go up. And I think he's going to do it, out of the gracious of his heart. So he's not charging you guys to do it and put this class action lawsuit together. And if it wins, he might win you guys some money. So at that point, you guys might get some sort of relief. Even if your business doesn't sustain now, maybe you can open up later and stuff like that. So hopefully, and blessings all out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in, like always. Our show Sunday, the Titan Medical Health and Lifestyle Show, will be going on at a normal time, 11 o'clock. And at that point, you guys can see all the great things we got for you guys there. Me and Big Drew, Titan Lifestyle, every Friday. Titan Talk Tuesday, I'll be with you guys too as well, man. We appreciate you guys. Have a healthy and safe weekend. Try to be as active as possible and with your restrictions or whatever it is. But be as active as possible and share the time with your family. Enjoy your time with them. Be blessed you have them. Okay, guys? All right. I appreciate it. Big Drew?
That's it. Sign off. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
All right, guys. See you.
I'm tightened up. Y'all better tighten up.